Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again. It's a little bright where I'm at right now, excuse me. Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. It's halfway through the week. 2 more to go till this weekend. Now, we are playing the Seahawks. Now, going up to CenturyLink. Going up to CenturyLink, guys. No fans in the stands, so that should help because we already know how Seattle Stadium is. The way the arches go and the sound repels back down into the stadium. I've never been there before, but Mark told me that, you know, when he was there, he was trying to yell into his wife's ear. She's sitting right next to him and she couldn't hear him. And I'm like, I thought that was just madness. I just thought that was crazy. That it could be that loud. You might want to put some headphones on. But that's not going to be the case because there's no fans in the stands there at their stadium. So that should help the Cowboys. They don't have to worry about their cadences being off. They don't have to worry about like doing hand signs and nothing like that because, you know, they can hear. Now, and I know for a lot of players, it's difficult to play with no fans in the stands because they're used to the hype of the crowd. And that little synthesized fake crowd noise is not helping. It doesn't help. A lot of players, some of them can do without it, some of them need it. Now, as far as our team and injuries goes, we know that Tyron Smith, they're taking it day by day. Now, from what it looks like to me, and what I would take a guess is that Tyron Smith probably wouldn't play this week. Only reason why I say is because they kind of want to make sure that he's healthy coming back. They want to, because they know how his injuries are. And I think that what they want to do is they want to use him for, not saying that this game is important, but I feel like they want to use him closer to, you know, like okay, so say for instance, if we were in the playoffs right now, that he would definitely play in the game. But I don't think they want to rush him back right now because they want to let him heal up, do his thing, blah, blah, and then come back when he's right. Because what happens is with those neck stingers, you don't want him to come out there and play and then something happens and he goes right back out again. That's what you don't want. So with that being said, I just feel like I don't think that he's going to play. I think that what they'll do is we'll go out with Brandon Knight and not Brian McKnight, Mark. Shout out to Mark Holmes. Brandon Knight and Terrence Steele. I think they're going to go out with those guys again. I know some of you guys are thinking, well, why would we do that? E2, they suck. No, understand that, like, both of these guys are undrafted guys. You know, one has been in the league for 2 years. The other one is an undrafted rookie. Now, you look at their situation, like Brandon Knight didn't play bad. You didn't hear his name being called that often, so which means that an offensive lineman is doing well in the game. Terrence Steele, for instance, like, you know, you gotta give him something. You know what I mean? Like, he's an undrafted guy coming in, and you're asking him to fight against the best of the best. It's gonna take a little bit of time. I think that both of these guys are gonna be really good at some point in their career. But again, the problem with the old regime is that they didn't play players. I told you guys many times on this channel that we have Porsches in the driveway, but don't drive them. Yes, your backups are your backups for a reason, but they also need to have game experience too. So when it's time to play, it's not a tremendous drop-off. Because it's not like they're going to come in the game and just be like, oh my God, I've never seen this before. You don't want that with your players. You want them to understand and have the confidence to be like, I've done this before, I can do it again. You want them to have that confidence. I told you guys the same thing with the tight end position. Blake Jarwin, when he first got on the team, when he had that 3 touchdown game against the Giants, everybody was hating on him, and then all of a sudden he did that, and then it's like, okay, he started showing improving from then on. Now he got his contract. Dalton Schultz. Garrett's regime never allowed him to catch the ball. They never allowed him to do anything. They barely even had him in the game. Now he had the opportunity to be in the game. He got multiple catches in this game, and he got his first career touchdown. And he's been with the Cowboys, what, 3 years now? Come on now. You got to utilize your players, and that's what this new coaching staff is doing. And I know some of the fans are like, well, I don't like this new coaching staff already. Understand. And let me tell you something, guys. I don't make excuses for anybody. I don't get paid by the Dallas Cowboys. I don't get paid by these players. I don't know these players. So I have no reason to give an excuse. I'm a fan just like you are. I want my team to succeed just as much as you do. But from a cerebral standpoint and using common knowledge and common sense and football knowledge as well, you got to understand that, like, it's going to take some time. Mike McCarthy is a new coach of this team. Nolan is a new coach of this team. They don't know these players. They're learning these players. You didn't have the offseason to learn these players. So you're learning them now. So when you're implementing your game plan, it's a slow, meticulous process. And I know some of you guys don't want to hear that, but that's the freaking truth. It's the truth. There's no doubt about it. As we go along this season, you're going to see that things are going to get better and better each week. You're going to see that. You're going to see that because they're going to get used to these players. These guys are going to get used to what the coaches are asking them to do, and then things are going to get better. Yes, the pass rush needs to be better, but again, a lot of these players that were here before are asked to do different things. They're asked to stand up instead of being in three-point stance. Some of you guys may not think that makes a difference, but it does. It makes a difference. They're moving guys around and shifting pieces. So Mike Nolan and Maurice Lindquist and Al Harris, they're all trying to figure out these defensive guys. So yes, they have to provide more push, but I think they're going to get better at that. It just takes time. The season is a marathon, not a race. I know some of you guys are just fed up. I get it. I get it. Trust me, I'm a fan too. I understand. But you also have to look at it from a different standpoint too and understand and be like, okay, because we always sit here and be like, oh, this guy sucks. What is he doing? I don't want him on the side. I swear to God, if some of you guys were GMs for a team, you wouldn't have no talent on your team because you'll give up on somebody so fast. So fast. Like, you'll sit there and look at a game like, oh, no, cut him. No, that's not how this works. That's not how this game works. You can't just do that. So, that's all I got to say for that. Chidobe Awuzie just got put on IR, and I know you're like, oh, my God, another cornerback. So, we got both Anthony Brown and Chidobe Awuzie on IR now. So, you know, with the new CBA rules now, you have to be on IR for 3 weeks at least. And then Awuzie's injury was a hamstring or whatever. So I think Anthony Brown has, I think, 1 more game or 2 more games or whatever before he could come back. So you'll be getting him back. You'll be getting La'el Collins back after this game, after this week. You'll get Randy Gregory on the field week 7 against the Washington team. I think that's who we played week 7. Yeah. And I'm not looking to see. I don't think Tyron Smith's probably going to play. I know they're going to do the game time decision thing, but I feel like, in what I know from this front office, I don't think they're going to push him out there until they really, really need him. And they think highly of Brandon Knight. But next week you'll have La'el back, so you won't have to worry about the Terrence Steele thing. You'll just have him and Brandon Knight out there. So, but again, I like how some of these younger guys are getting the opportunity to play. Trayvon Diggs, they put him out there straight on. Now, they did put him in certain situations where, you know, you're asking this guy to fail. If that Julio Jones, if he didn't catch that ball, if he would have caught that ball, it would have been a whole different dynamic. Yeah, Trayvon does get burned off the line, but understand that he's a rookie. And he has a lot of learning to do because, again, he's playing against elite talent. This ain't the college level anymore. The talent changes. So some of those things that you did in college don't do here. Now, granted, he does have catch-up speed, but you don't want to get burnt on the line that many times because, again, you get a guy that's dynamic like Julio Jones or with the team that we're getting ready to play this week with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, which is a big dude. He's like a tight end and a wide receiver that plays like a wide receiver. That's pretty much what he is. So, you know, body structure-wise, I'm saying. But, yeah, they're going to have a task ahead of them with that. But we'll be talking more about Seattle throughout this week, before this week is over. I'll be doing my matchup video before the game and, talk about that as well, keys to victory, things of that nature. Now, what you don't want is Russell Wilson to be throwing the ball deep on you and you ain't got no pass rush. So we have to provide some pass rush this week. It's going to have to happen. So I think that's all I have right now with my Cowboys updates. Now, like I said, we're going to be without Chidobe Wednesday for 3 weeks. I think what they're going to do is they're going to put Brandon Carr there. They got Jordan Lewis back, so they're going to mix in with Jordan Lewis, Brandon Carr, and Darryl Worley. So those guys are going to take over the cornerback positions and things for this particular game. So, like, share, comment, guys. It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Peace out.